Rex Orange County brought indie and bedroom pop into the mainstream. He started releasing way back in 2015 and landed some huge features on Tyler the Creator's Flower Boy album after Tyler just found him randomly on SoundCloud, which is crazy. Rex's sound brings together influences from soul, indie, pop, R&B and a whole bunch more to create this unique combination that is all of his own. Rex himself goes deep on the production side and there is a ton of stuff in his music that any producer would benefit from knowing. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how you can make songs in Rex Orange County style while we make a song together completely from scratch, from the ground up, so you can see the whole process. One quick shameless plug though. If you think I'm the greatest producer ever and you want to work with me one-on-one to develop your production skills as fast as possible, there is a link in the description for that, so you can check that out. Okay, first things first, we're here in Studio One. I'm gonna set the tempo like, Rex either goes really fast or really slow. I'm gonna go for a slow, laid back kind of vibe right now. That's how I'm feeling. I'm a little tired. We're gonna try 92 BPM. We might even slow it down in a minute, but we're gonna start with the drums. Rex himself was actually a drummer at Brit School in the UK, which is like a really fancy music school. So he's kind of got those chops on lock. So we're gonna have to kind of get some crazy drums going here. Something really simple like that, and then we'll just add in some extra kind of elements and accompaniments to go with it. So we need to slow it down loads because I played that ludicrously out of time. I'm going to the beat of my own drum, but let's get it in. We're at 77 now. We're getting that kind of swung, lazy behind the beat feel. Get some ghost notes and whatnot on here. Oh yeah, little double hit here as well. Just like a little bit there on velocity. Nice. Getting there on this fill. We're not quite there yet. Maybe we add a little ghost kick in just for some cheeky banter. Try a different snare hit here. Just change things up a little bit. All right, we are there. We are there. We've kept that really nice and human feeling, which I like. Now we want to get some processing on the drum bus. I'm going to go for like a SSL style bus compressor. See what we can get from this. See if we can get it kind of slamming. Get a bit of saturation and whatnot on them. Get the meat of the snare out a little bit there. I want to just shelf down the highs a little bit. Get that kind of woody sound. Give the snare like a bit more punch with a compressor maybe. Came out pretty nicely. Let me try a different compressor. I think we could give this some like tape saturation as well. Just maybe using the J37 from Arturia. What I'm going for here is just going to be getting some drive on the snare, make it really punch through and sound a little bit thicker. It's a little bit like thin in a way. Sounding good. So without, and then adding that tape in. Let's try it before the compressor. Oh yeah, that's the one. Snare is bopping. Give a little bit of boost to the kick. I think we can do maybe a little bit of EQing. Let's try this SSL channel EQ here. Don't think that's actually the right tool. I think we need to grab let's grab a Pro Q4. You can hear there's like some boominess around this like 250, 260, 300 region. So just cutting that out, you can really hear like the difference in the kick sounding a lot more tight and punchy. So if your kicks are ever sounding, you know, like a bit flabby and not clear and defined, cutting them from this region can quite often help out. Next up, I just want to get some saturation on this kick. See what we might have to go. Let's try this Cold Fire. I have not used it ever before, but let's try it out. I like the parallel a little bit. We can go. So you can see we've got crazy extra perceived loudness here because if I turn this off, our kick is peaking here at like -6, even a bit above. When I turn this on, the kick sounds pretty much as loud, but it's peaking way under at like -9. So that's how clipping, saturation, all that stuff, it makes your mix sound louder without like taking up extra headroom. 11, 7, and 6 style kind of comp here. Slow attack, not too slow. Fast release, or do we want to kick tighter with a slow release? Right, that sounds awesome. So Rex often records his own drums, especially on his earlier albums, Because You'll Never Be Free, Apricot, things like that, which are some of my favorite projects that he's put out. So we are going to get some of that cool, like tapey vinyl lo-fi style that he used to go for on that by adding a needlepoint vinyl. That sounds horrible. Change this to envelope. Play around with the speed. Oh yeah. That's super cool. Now I'm thinking, do we want to roll off some top end? Like just filter this out maybe. Maybe I actually want to do it in a separate EQ just to have extra control over it. Don't know if we do want to do this, but we're going to try it. Might not work. I actually kind of like that, at least for our intro kind of section maybe. Now, we need to get some stuff to a bit more space, so I'm going to just transfer most of this over to our room reverb. Already got it set up in my template, so that's going to sound really nice. Maybe a bit less on the kick. I think what the key is to make this sound good is to get our room and then put that same filter that's on the drum bus over onto our room. Now we can maybe experiment with throwing a bit more of the room over there. So I'm super happy with how these drums have shaped up. Now I think we need to get in maybe some keys. Rex is a real keys lover, and I think most of my favourite songs of his are kind of keys focused, so that's what we're going to go for today. It's running an Analog Lab, one of my favourite plugins. Super fire, such an easy way to get ideas in. Now, E-piano maybe? I like being on the Explorer page to see it a little bit more easily. See what we got here. Let's just shuffle this out. Just play the drums and play along with the track a little bit. Awesome, I've got this really simple little like 2-chord loop that I think just sounds beautiful, so we're going to try and play that in. Okay, cool. Now let's get this a bit more ambient and a bit more chilled, maybe a little bit saturated as well. Next up I'm thinking maybe a chorus. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, that's something special. And then we get a Lunar Lander kind of delay reverb thing in there. Now, one thing I wanted to mention with the chords is Rex doesn't really use necessarily like commonplace chords. So to find chords that are going to like fit his sound, it's really a matter of playing in a load of extensions. So I was doing the chords I was playing in there were an E major 13 to a D major 7, add 13, sharp 11. But I didn't think of them like that. I wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this super technical thing. I was literally just kind of stacking notes on top of each other until I found a sound that I really liked and kind of evoked that feeling. Most of Rex's chords will be at least like a major 7th or a minor 7th. And then from there, to really hone in on a sound. It's about adding things, whether you add in a fourth, whether you add in a sixth, which will obviously be the 11th and the 13th if they're an octave above. And then just finding nice little chord tones, nice little riffs and runs. You can kind of play around with those chords. It doesn't have to be complicated. Like, we're just looping 2 chords here, but to me, that's giving me that kind of dreamy, chilled vibe that I was going for with this one. So I'm really happy with that. Now, let's dial in this reverb. Now we're going to send this out through some compression. The thing I want to do is just take some of the top end out of the center channel, because I want to make it really feel more spread to the sides. Let's try out a widening plugin as well. We're getting quite a subtle effect from it, but it works because I know we're going to want to have like a bass line and stuff in here in a little bit, so it's going to be pretty useful for that. Do we make this even a bit more subdued and maybe take this to be stereo again? Do you think taking a little bit of top end out is the right call? Very hypnotizing kind of like beat we've got going on right now. Kind of need to up the buffer size though, because we've got some serious plugins on here. This is so nice. Really want to get some bass in. Maybe some vocals. Sounding crazy fire. I think what I want to get is some bass. Okay, we've got a seriously fat bass sound ready to go. Still shit at playing bass, but who cares? Let's just see where the mood takes us. I think I got a couple good different takes there. Maybe we can use that to extend the arrangement out a little bit, but let's have a listen to those. They're all a little bit kinda out of time, but we can use them. What I like to do is put the quantize, this is a tip for studio one users, put the quantize like range down and then apply it, and it'll make all your markers, and you can just manually drag them like, okay, yes, it does take longer, but you get it exactly where you want it to be. Like this kick is shifted, so we're gonna try it on the beat, and we're also gonna try shifting it. Sometimes when you have the bass hitting earlier than the kick, or the kick kicking down in the bass, you get a bit more natural separation and it can sound better. Sometimes you want them at the same time. So let's try them out, try them both. Kind of sounds cool. What if it's in front? Have that there. Oh yeah, that sounds better swung for sure. There you go, like you can see they're not much out, but they are a little. Now it'll sound much more in time. That's kind of cool. I wonder if we maybe mess with this like a lot and put it all the way to this 16th like a ghost note. That might sound good, might not. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that, I like that. I'm thinking maybe we jump on there with a Pultec, do the Pultec trick. Maybe we boost a bit of 4 or 5K just to maybe get a bit more bite from that. Nice. Let's then attenuate at 10 just to roll off something, if there's any noise or anything in there. Give it a nice bit of bite. I'm still thinking we could use a bit of saturation. Could give it something like this Magnum from Pulsar Modular. Now let's try and maybe add in a little there with the Prophet 6. Alright, let's immediately abandon that idea, seeing as that's out of tune, and I will need to troubleshoot it as to why it won't tune. Let's get Analog Lab, which is never out of tune. What if I can like do something where I change the chord every 1 bar this time to make it sound different? like the noise in it. Things, and then be down, it can be pretty wide. Just jump in with a Valhalla there. Oh, I've got multiple Valhallas. Synth washer. It's just a beautiful little floaty there now. I should put that right in the background. Now I still want a lead though. And then the intro, maybe we get like an actual piano just to do something kind of fun with that. And we're gonna get a lead. Sounds like fucking Tate McRae Greedy, probably possibly the exact sound. I love these kind of lead sounds, that's so cool. I love that. I actually just want to get that. Oh, so glad for retroactive recording. That's sometimes the first thing you play when you're just messing around is the one. Super cool. And I want to sidechain that with like an LFO tool to just kind of duck it out of the way of the kick there. Piano. Blend that into the next part, which sounds kind of cool. Yes, it just blends in really nicely. I like that a lot. I think we can just soften it up a little bit. This is where a preamp emulation might come in. Just gonna soften the top on that a bit more with a Pultec. I'm using the Pultec bunch right now. Well, let's try this SBR Vitalizer. It's very nice. Needlepoint on the subtle kind of settings there. Chill little vibe, man. This is nice. Okay, maybe just get some vocal ideas going. That was how to make a song in style of Rex Orange County. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Hope you learned something from it. If you want to work with me one-on-one to improve your production skills as fast as possible, there is a link in the description where you can check that out. In the meantime, let's take a listen to what we made. It's just a fun one. I've been running from my feelings, baby, and I don't know where we go from here. Soften the top on that a bit more with a Pultec. That was how to make a song in style of Rex Orange County. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Hope you learned something from it. If you want to work with me one-on-one to improve your production skills as fast as possible, there is a link in the description where you can check that out. In the meantime, let's take a listen to what we made. This was a fun one.